Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spiritual Journey podcast. My name is Nimesh Radia, and I'm your host. I always love starting every podcast by just saying thank you. I feel so very blessed with this podcast. I was guided to start it. Really wanted to simplify spirituality and guide people on their spiritual journey. And with the messages I get on a weekly basis, it's clearly doing that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Quick intro for me: I'm an Akashic record reader, Akashic trainer, podcast creator, as well as a spiritual coach and mentor. I love guiding people to be their authentic selves, to truly shine their light, to understand why they're here, to accept why they're here, release the programming. And I really do feel like we're all being pushed to be authentic right now. And I feel like it's a beautiful time to do what I do, and I feel very blessed doing it. So once a month, I release an episode on the first of the month. And what I do is I channel a message for the collective through the Akashic records. Quick overview of the Akashic records from my perspective. They're a record of everything your soul's been through. Current life, past life, future life, parallel life, everything about you is stored in the records. And when you get an individual reading, what you're doing is you're giving me or any reader the permission to connect with your energy or vibration. And the way I channel the messages through your guides. Your guides have full access to the records, and I channel a message for you. It's a very safe environment, protected by your guides. And I always say you get a message that you need rather than a message you want. Like I said, it's led by your guides. I don't change anything. I don't filter anything. Whatever comes through, comes through. And for me, it's such a blessing. You're giving me access to your soul, your guides, and I get to channel a message for you and guide you on your journey. So yeah, if you want an individual reach out. If you're an individual reading, reach out. Also do a beautiful service with my normal co-host on this podcast, Stacey Brown, where we do a joint reading. You get a reading from a divine feminine, divine masculine. It's a unique process. I don't think I've not seen anyone else do that. And we're always so aligned with the reading. So again, you can book both of those by my website. Today's a little different. So today's a group reading, and the group reading is where I call in all our guides, kind of all the ascended masters, any archangels, any of our ancestors or past lives that are here to help us. I call them all in, and I channel a message for the collective. So you may think, well, hold on, if it's for the collective, am I going to get what I need? And the only thing I'd say to you is if you're open to receiving, then it's very possible that your guides will channel a message through me. And also open the records so you could also receive your own messages from your guides while the records are open. And my intention is always whoever's listening to feel their guides around them at a deeper level and just be open to receiving. So I would just ask you to set an intention, maybe ask a question, and just be open to receiving your answer, maybe through my words, through a message you receive yourself. And it doesn't have to be today too, right? It can be when we open the Akasha, there's an energy to it. So you may get the message tomorrow in your dreams, in your waking hours, through a conversation. As long as you're open to magic, then magic happens. I love doing these readings because I can feel so much love from all of our guides, all ascended masters that are around, all archangels. It's such a beautiful process. Just like with individual reading, I don't filter anything. I don't change anything. A lot of the times I don't even remember what comes through. So, but I know that the monthly episode has an impact. I got a lot of messages on it. So again, I feel very blessed. So yeah, if you're listening to this for the first time, I just ask you to be open. Be open to receive, be open to feel the magic around you. I do really feel like this year has been a challenging year. It's been intense, so much karmic cycles closing, so many soul contracts coming to an end. It's just been a period of intense energy. I feel like the intense energy is going to continue. There's just a lot of shifting happening around us, around the planet. But also we've been pushed to really work on us internally. So I really feel that that's the energy that we're going through right now. The energy shifts. So the intensity, like I said, I think is going to carry on, but I do feel the energy shifting. We've been shifting from really a divine masculine to divine feminine energy. And the masculine is all about power, control, money. That's kind of what we've been going through for many centuries, whereas now it's all shifting to connecting with the heart, feeling our energy, connecting with our guides, shifting from I think to I feel. And a lot of people are being activated today, right? A lot of people are activating their gifts. A lot of people are feeling a shift inside them. The divine masculine in some of us is in crisis because obviously the shift. The divine feminine in some of us is confused. And many of us are kind of going through rebirth, really, really getting to know this new version of ourselves. So be kind to yourself. Realize that whatever you're going through is expanding you some kind of way. And if we can guide you, if I can guide you in any way, reach out. I have a beautiful mentorship program that really connects people to who they are. Reach out. I love what I do. I love to help. Just so you know, I actually record this on the first of the month. So I'm actually literally recording this after midnight. So it's in the UK. It's October the 1st. So I like to get into the current new energy and record and then post as soon as I record. So just so that whenever you're reaching this is perfect. Whenever you listen to this is perfect. Yes, I guess humanly we like to kind of know it's November the 1st and the rest of it. But our guides guide us to the message when we need it most. So whenever you listen to this, it's the perfect time for you. The process I'm going to follow, I'm just going to do a quick cleanse. I always like to cleanse our energy before we go into the records. When we do individual readings, it's normally a longer meditation to guide you to your higher self. But for the purpose of this podcast, I'm going to do a quicker white light cleanse. I'll open the Akashic records for the collective. I'll channel a message and I'll close the records. And I'll come back and just close this out. So depending where you're at and whatever you feel comfortable, if you feel comfortable doing it and you can, then please relax, get in a comfortable position, close your eyes if that feels right. Obviously, if you're driving, then don't do that and just stay present. And you can certainly listen to the message and maybe go back to the message when you can be in a quiet place. Again, you may want to go back and listen to this message anyway, because a lot of the time you get additional messages when you listen. Again, you go to a deeper level. Also, you could choose to listen to the replay. In nature, you can change your environment and again see how your connection shifts. But yeah, if you're in a position to, please relax, close your eyes, just take a deep breath in and a breath out. Take another really deep breath in and a breath out. And just imagine and visualize a beautiful white light above the top of your head. It's so vibrant, it's so full of love. Just feel that light coming to you through your crown, which is the top of your head, and washing over you like a wave all the way from the top of your head to your feet, going from your crown to your third eye, which is your forehead, to your throat, to your heart, to your stomach, solar sacral base, to your legs, your feet, your toes. Feel every part of you being completely filled with this beautiful white light, including your arms, your hands, your fingers. Feel the light extending outside of you and cleansing your aura. Just allow yourself to feel how centered you are. Allow that light to fill every part of your body. Feel the love around you. Feel the love inside you. Feel your connection to Gaia, to Mother Earth, and feel her holding you in her arms and loving you unconditionally. Feel your connection to God, to Source. Feel the unconditional love around you. Reminding yourself that you chose to be here. As a soul that you chose, you needed and you wanted and you loved. This is your time. And from here, we're ready to open your records. I opened the records for the collective. We gather together in light, we gather together in love, we gather together in knowing the message from above. Through the Akashic records, we understand their greatness. Through the Akashic records, we understand their wisdom. Through the Akashic records, we understand what's there. This prayer will help deliver us there. I wish to know the collective in the light of the Akashic records. Help me see the collective through the light of the Akashic records. I wish to know the collective in the light of the Akashic records. Bring me to feel the collective through the light of the Akashic records. I wish to know the collective in the light of the Akashic records. Help me to see the collective through the light of the Akashic records. Bring me to feel the collective through the light of the Akashic records. And now the Akashic records are open. I invite all of our guides, our soul families, any ascended masters, any archangels, any high-level beings, our ancestors or past lives, they're here to support us. I ask you to form a circle around us and guide us through this message. I honor you with love and compassion. I honor you with love and compassion. I honor you with love and compassion. Thank you all for being here. This message in many ways is a continuation from the October message. We want to acknowledge you. We want to acknowledge everything you've gone through. You fought so many battles, not just in this lifetime, but many lifetimes. You chose to be here at this time because your energy, your vibration was needed. And we want to acknowledge you for that. We want to thank you for that. We want to remind you that everybody's role is important. So you are important. You are needed. You are valued. We want to start again by saying that again. You're needed, you're wanted, you're valued, and you're very much loved. We understand that it may have not always felt like that. We also understand that this spiritual journey can feel very lonely, be isolating. We want to remind you that everybody's going through a shift. The whole planet is going through a shift. It's a massive shift. It's one that's been planned for a long time. At a soul level, you've known this change is coming. There's part of you that has felt something changing, something shifting for a while. But again, this is everything that was planned. The shift that you're going through is what your soul needs to expand and to experience in this lifetime. For many of you, this period has been the ending of so much, so many karmic cycles closing, so many soul contracts coming to an end, 16-year-old cycles, 8-year-old cycles, lifetimes, centuries, releasing of karmic holds, spells. This vibration continues to be all about you. Rise above and feel your energy, feel your vibration. It's time to prioritize you. It's time to put you at the center of your world. We remind you, it's selfish for you not to put you at the center of your world, because when you put you at the center of your world, your light becomes so much brighter. You can, if you want to help others, you can help so many more people when you focus on you. It's selfish for you to put others first and not you first. It's a sign of weakness. That doesn't mean you forget everybody and just put you. It's not. It's about prioritizing what makes sense for you. And know that everything is a choice. Have a strong self-care routine and make time for it, because when you do, you have such a solid base. And that includes time in nature, includes time for you, time in meditation, time just being present, prioritizing you. It gives you such a solid base. It allows you to bend time. It gives you more time. It allows you to respond from a more loving perspective. For so many of you, you want an accelerated process. You want a quick fix. You're a soul having a human experience, which means you need to have the human experience. You need to do the healing. Of course, look for communities, look for mentors, look for guides that can guide you to you. All your answers are inside you. They're not outside, they're inside. But there's so much help for you outside to guide you to your answers. When looking for that help, know that it's a soul contract. So look for people that resonate at a soul level, at a level that touches your heart. We remind you that for many of you, you're not meant to belong. So maybe you've spent more years, months, days, whatever period, trying to fit in, trying to belong to somewhere. But you don't belong. You're meant to do something that's not been done before. What the planet is experiencing now, the planet has never experienced before. So all the programming is breaking down. All the structures that you knew and you know now are breaking down. So it's time for your individuality. It's time for your light. It's time for you to connect with your guides, connect with your gifts. And we remind you, you are the gift. Learn modalities, of course. Learn Reiki, Akashic Records, whatever appeals to your heart, whatever you resonate with. But these are modalities that you use to heal you and to heal others. Your light, your presence, you choosing to be here, you choosing to focus on you and prioritize you. You are the gift. And when you do that, you inspire others. We remind you as you work on you, your vibration increases. It's not on you to force other people to do the same. Your role is to use your voice, is to shine your light, is to raise your vibration and give other people opportunities to do the same and not to force them. Everybody has free will. There was so much talk about ascension, the shift from the third to the fifth dimension, whatever you want to call it. It is a shift and it is a choice. But your role is to speak your truth, to shine your light, to set an example. What if everything you've been through and are going through is your training so you can guide others to not feel the same level of pain? What if you're creating a path that inspires others? For many of you, everything you've built, all the careers you worked so hard for, what if they're all shifting? What if it's time for you to do something totally different? What if it's time for you to take that leap of faith, that trust fall, and let go of your expectations, because that's what's holding you back? Of course, dream, of course, manifest, but let go of how it's going to be delivered. Do the work, of course, have the self-care routine, but allow magic to come through. Release your expectations of how that magic is. For many of you, you wonder, do I have guides? Take this moment to feel the energy and the vibration around you. Be open to magic. So many of you, I don't receive messages. I can't hear things. I can't see things. You all have intuitive abilities. You all have guides who are sending more messages now than ever before. But the messages sometimes come through as feelings. Sometimes they come through other people's voices, through what you watch, what you read, what you dream about. So be open to messages coming in so many different ways and trust your intuition. That's how many times your messages come through. Ask a question and whatever your intuition tells you first thing, that's what you should trust. For many of you, getting so many messages, but your ego gets in the way because you start doubting yourself. When you receive messages, take action on them. Ask your guides for help. Ask for your guides for help. You're not alone. For many of you, you have new guides being activated for this period. Allow your guides to hold your space and to guide you through this phase. You are not on your own. But again, look at your life, look at your world, know that everything in your external is a result of something in your internal. So look at the souls in your life and ask, are my soul contracts complete? For many of you, you're staying in situations where your soul contract is complete, but you're staying in the situation because it's safe. You have to challenge yourself at this time and create space and release the soul contracts that are done to allow both of you to heal and both of you to grow. That doesn't mean new soul contracts with the same souls do not begin, because maybe they do, but maybe they don't. So release and let go. We know it's difficult. We know we make it sound easy, but you've got to create that space. You've got to create the vacuum. No, this is a beautiful time to be on this planet. It may not feel it. We get that because you can feel the churn. Change is challenging. Change is difficult, especially when you don't know what it is. It makes you feel uneasy, especially the magnitude of change that you feel. You feel the magnitude because you're connected to the earth. You feel the vibration that's happening around you. You can feel the shift that's happening on the planet. Things are breaking down and they're going to continue to break down. But what do you choose to focus on? Do you choose to focus on the noise that's happening around? Or do you choose to do the healing inside? We encourage you to heal on the inside. And it's so easy to go and try and fix everybody else. But it's important that you spend time on you and do your healing. Of course, sometimes healing is a co-creation, and as you heal others, you heal yourself. But have honest conversations with yourself. Awareness is always the first stage of healing. And awareness begins when you're honest with yourself. How do you feel? Have you done your inner child healing? How do you feel about the souls around you? Are they expanding you? Are you changing and adapting your vibration to be around souls? Or are you being authentic? How you do one thing is how you do everything. Use that mantra. Am I being consistent? Are my values consistent in whatever I do? Of course, you have different avatars. You're a different way in your work environment than you're at home. But are your values consistent? How are you living on a day-to-day basis? Are you shining your light? This life, this human experience is also meant to be fun. Feel what you feel. If you feel emotional, then cry. If you feel joy, then laugh. Crying and laughing is such a big part of the spiritual journey. Consider spending time in different locations. Change your orbit if you can. Your ego is stronger at home because of the emotions that you've been through there. And again, we're not saying your ego is a bad thing. There's two parts to you. There's the human and the spirit. You have four bodies, physical, mental, and emotional. But essentially, so many of you are going through the conflict of holding on to your old self and wanting your new self to be born. Your old self is everything you are today. It's of course you love yourself because of everything you've been through. So let go of your old self. Bury him or her. But allow the new you to be born. Celebrate the old version of you, of course. Maybe do some sort of ceremony if that makes sense to you. Or embrace the new. Do things that challenge you, that expand you. Put yourself in situations where you're uncomfortable, because from that feeling of uncomfortableness is where you grow, where you expand. Speak your truth. For so many of you, it's important that your voice is used, but use it from a loving perspective. Remember, everybody's going through something. So treat others with love. Treat others how you want to be treated. But don't judge other people by your same standards. Know that you're unique. So when you give unconditionally. Don't expect the others to give exactly the same back to you. But know that everything in your external world is a result of something in your internal world. So if you give lovingly, the universe will give back lovingly. Maybe not in the way you expect. But if you give with an open heart, if you truly have that intention of being of service, then the universe will look after you. But always understand the universe has a role to play to expand you, to make sure you complete your soul journey, your soul contracts. And the messages normally start with a gentle nudge, and then a shove, then a kick, and then you get pushed over. So listen for the nudges, because then maybe you don't need to feel the kicks. Maybe you don't need to be pushed to the ground. Of course, when you fall, sometimes you get the deeper learnings, the deeper expansions. But again, we remind you, you chose to be here. As a soul, everything you're going through, you chose to go through. For so many of you chose to heal your own karma and ancestral karma, which is why you've faced things at such a deep, deep level. Because the healing is at a deep level. The releasing is at a deep level. Take a moment just to feel the energy around you. Feel your ancestors and feel how much they're celebrating. Take this moment to feel your ancestors and the celebrations. Take this moment to feel your guides around you. Feel the love that's inside you and around you. Take a moment every day to connect with your guides. Make a commitment on you. Make a commitment to connect with your guides. And again, challenge yourself. What are you feeding yourself? And what we mean by that is not just the food you eat. It's the company you keep. It's what you watch. Put yourself in situations and with souls They help you grow. For many of you, you'll be thinking, well, I don't have people in my life that truly understand me. Then manifest it. Maybe you've got to clear the space in your world for new souls to come in. For many of you, built brick walls around your heart because you've been through so much pain. It's time to break those walls down, to truly do the healing and let love in. There's such a shift on the planet. So many people are being awakened. You all have gifts. Build a muscle with your empathic ability. When you connect with others, what do you feel at a soul level? Allow yourself to feel. Allow your gifts to be activated. Allow the power of you to come through. When you're open to magic, magic happens. But of course, when you're activating your empathic ability, when you connect to other people's energies, don't take on their emotion, don't take on their energy. Guide them if it feels right. But it's about activating your intuitive abilities. Check in with your energy, and if you're feeling off, ask, is this energy mine? Because maybe you've taken on someone else's energy. And if it feels like you have, send it back to source. Send it back to source. But if you still feel something, then maybe it's something in you that needs to be healed. You're a powerful being. You're a soul that's experienced so many human lives, but also you've experienced non-human lives. Allow yourself to be, and a big part of this journey is accepting that you chose to be here. Accepting that everything you've experienced and are experiencing is part of your soul's journey. If you're going through a lot, it's because you as a soul, you as a human can go through a lot. So take a moment to be proud, take a moment to celebrate. This is such an exciting time to be on this planet. There's such an expansion happening. This is a time for you to be activated. This is time for you to become your superhero, to shine your light. There's so much good that's happening inside you and around you. Allow yourself to feel it. It's time. If you're feeling disconnected, disjointed, it's because you're still holding on to your old self. You're still holding on to your old beliefs. This is your opportunity to truly let go. Through an activation, just imagine yourself like a phoenix rising out the ashes. Every layer of you being released and you soaring so high. Do this on a regular basis. Allow you to be activated. This is your time. You're a soul having a human experience. Enjoy and accept the human experience. Change your question. Know that your awareness increases when you change your question. Instead of staying in victim mode, ask, how is this serving me? How am I being expanded this time? What am I learning? And with that awareness, you need to move to acceptance. Accept who you are. Have an honest conversation with yourself. What are the dark bits inside you that you're hiding that's now time to release? What is the healing that needs to be done? Call out your inner child and have fun with your inner child. Let your inner child know that you are who you are today because of what your inner child went through. Have a conversation with your ego and let your ego know that you don't need to be protected. The ego is just trying to protect you. It doesn't want you to change. It's not a bad thing. But this is not the time for your ego to step in and help you to play small. This is a time for you to talk to your ego and let your ego know that this is a time for you to soar. That you're going to try new things and you're going to put yourself in situations that make you feel uncomfortable because that's where you're meant to be. You're going to choose to use your voice. You're going to speak your truth, but speak it with love. This is your time. This is your time. Stop playing small. Shine your light. Remember, it's a sign of strength to ask for help. So if you need to look for a supportive community, look for a mentor, look for a guide, then do it. But make it all about you. Check with your intention. You don't need to be fixed. This is your time. Shine your light. Become your superhero. We remind you you're needed, you're wanted. You're needed, you're wanted, and this is your time. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Allow your guides, the universe, to support you and love you unconditionally. Guide your guides, your soul family to how do you need support? Know that it's a partnership. Don't put anybody on a pedestal. Many of your guides have not been human, so they need guidance on what you need. It's a partnership. Build a relationship, a connection with your guides. It's not about always getting messages from them. It's about feeling their vibration and letting everything be a co-creation. But again, we remind you, this is your time. Always remember, whatever the question, the answer is love. Become love. Raise your vibration. For many of you, you have the ability to channel right. So as you activate your gifts, you'll have messages come through. And sometimes they're for the collective, so share them. Many of you have books inside you that need to be written, need to be released. This is your time. Activate your gifts. Allow your world to change. Release all the layers you've been holding on to. This is your time. This is your time. This is your time. We love you very much. Allow us to support you. Allow us to guide you. This message is complete. I give gratitude to the collective for entering the records. I give gratitude to the pinnacle for lighting the way. I give gratitude to the space for the comfort and love. I give gratitude to all of our higher selves for leading us here, for guiding us here. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Just take a moment to come back. If you have drinking water with you, please drink it. And yeah, I've closed the records, but again, be open over the next few days to receiving your own messages. Be open next few days of just feeling your energy shift. Those upgrades that came through that message, allow your energy and your vibration to shift. Stay hydrated, get more rest if you feel like you need it. This really is an expansive time. We've shifted from a time of releasing to a time of manifesting. But dream big, but let it go of your expectations of how it's going to be delivered. Thank you all for allowing me to channel this message. There was so much love that came through. I truly hope you felt it. It's a blessing for what I get to do. The other thing, just to mention, if you feel inspired to learn how to read, learn how to open the Akashic records, I do a beautiful course where I take you through through 3 different sessions where I love to guide people to the records. I really believe that I don't train anyone. I guide people to an ability and modality that you already know at a soul level. I guide you to connect to it and guide the human to understand what it is. So if that's something that resonates with you, please reach out. This is a challenging time, but you did choose, you as a soul chose to be here. So embrace that, accept that. If you feel like I can guide you, like I said, I have a beautiful mentorship program, which I love. You can book a free discovery call on my website. I'll include my website details on the show notes. But as I close this session out, I'm sending you all so much love, so much light. This is an intense time, but it's a powerful time. Fall in love with you. Spend time with you. I understand there aren't many. Nobody understands your journey, and the spiritual journey can be very lonely. But be open to magic happening. Be open to new souls coming into your world. Things are shifting in a way that like it's never happened before. So I'm sending you so much love and light. Thank you for allowing me to support you. I feel very, very blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye for now.